Everybody. Um, First, I like to say I'm just going to stop saying that I'm going to be back on here at a certain time because clearly I suck at that. Today I will be, or I am, 23 weeks and 1 day. Um, they are, I guess, considering changing that because when I went to the doctor uh, last week. The baby was measuring a week and 3 days ahead, so which I was really happy about that. So I think once I go back again, is it next week? I think it's next week. Anyways, I'll just tell you, I'm confused as far as appointments because I was switched to, well, not really switched, but yeah, I was recommended to see a high risk doctor, not because we went through IVF or anything like that. But originally it was because um, I had a screening done and they did the gene testing, and I wound up having the Fragile X gene, which is the autism gene, if my memory is serving me correctly. So that's what we went for that, and then also I don't know if you guys remember back. I don't know if I told you, and this video will be long, just so you know. But around 9 weeks, it was our, yeah, it was like 9 weeks. It was our 10-year anniversary. We went to the Bahamas. When I got back from the Bahamas, I was feeling like, I don't know, I had, mind you, at this point, I had never had any like morning sickness or anything like that. Um, Went on a cruise. Our last day on the cruise, we went, ate dinner, whatever, and that was like the first time I had just started like vomiting, crazy, whatever. And I feel like I'm starting to become a germaphobe then, so I was feeling like maybe I'm making myself sick because it was just like seeing like all the people and like touching things or whatever. And I had been on a cruise before. I guess maybe like I was younger, I didn't care. I don't know what it was, but anyways, this time I feel like I was just paying attention to so many things like that. Anyways, I wound up getting sick. Came back home from the cruise, and I'll say maybe like 4 days later, like I was like my body was hurting, like I just feel like I could barely like move, coughing pain, whatever. And I think yeah, my husband had wound up leaving, going overseas as soon as we got back. So I went to the ER or whatever, and because of my symptoms, they were like, well, we have to automatically, or not because of my symptoms, that plus the fact that we were out of the country, they were like, we have to test you for the Zika virus. So I'm like, oh my God, I didn't feel like I had got bit or anything like that. So I was just like, I didn't think my husband had got bit, whatever. So we, I had that done. Uh, he was saying he definitely knew I had the coronavirus. And he was like, I don't think you have, Zika on top of that. I think we found what it is, but I have to test you for it anyway. So, anyways, took the test for it. It was supposed to come back in like 2 weeks. Okay, it took like 100 years. I feel no, it came back in 2 weeks, and it was inconclusive. Of course, that would be my luck. So then I'm like, still kind of worried, but I'm like in the back of my head, like I don't feel like I'm having like I've had the symptoms that they're talking about, whatever. So then I got sick again. So I'm like, okay, I know I felt like with Zika, like you don't get the symptoms again, but again, I wasn't sure enough. So, anyways, I kept calling. So, because it was inconclusive, they had to send it to the CDC, which that was what took 100 years. So they were telling me like, oh, it should be back in a month. I called back in a month. It was still nothing. So it was probably like I would say a month and a half or 2 months before I actually got those results. So they were saying that um, it was negative. So I was obviously happy about that or whatever. So um, what was I telling you guys about the high risk? So because of that and because of the testing was negative, it was like, well, perfect. We'll just have you go into the high risk doctor because of the genes so they can look at the baby and just monitor the baby closely. And at this time, I was going on to into my week 20, and um, we went there. She was not concerned, just because I wish I removed the range, but the range I was at most of the time with that, it doesn't affect the baby. So the baby had been looking, fine or whatever. So they did, like, the thorough exam that they do at 20 weeks. And while they were doing the exam, everything, looked fine. She's like, oh my God, your baby has long legs, which I had been told that at, I think, our 13th or 12-week appointment or whatever. They were saying, like, God, your baby has really long legs and feet. So they were saying that at the high risk doctor, and I was like, oh, okay, I was like, oh, and your baby has a big head. So I'm like, really, I don't know where she gets the big head from. But we know she gets her long legs from her dad. So, excuse me. Oh, I feel like I just told you guys, whatever, it doesn't even matter. So, anyways, so with that, you know how they do at a certain point, they stop doing the vaginal ultrasounds or whatever. So I feel like she kind of saw something she wasn't sure about or whatever. So she was like, she wanted to do a transvaginal ultrasound as well. So she did the transvaginal ultrasound, and my cervix, she told me that my cervix was funneling, which I had never heard. I've heard of, like, shortening or whatever, but anyways, I guess it's where, like, it like open and close, or that's how it was explained to me. So, and I kind of, I don't know, you know how you go into pregnancy and you're not really sure about things, but you, like, inside, you feel like, oh, I feel like something is not right. And I was feeling that way because I was doing 12-hour shifts. And I was thinking, okay, for me to be at that particular time, like 4 or 5 months or whatever, like, I feel like, I shouldn't, like, I feel like around, like, the 8th hour, like, I would start getting, like, lots of pressure or whatever, like, down in my lower region or whatever, and, or, like, a pain or something. I'm like, maybe it's normal because I'm just on my feet, so much or whatever. I don't know. So, anyways, when I went in, she told me that, I'm like, I feel like it kind of brought it all full circle to me, or maybe like why I was feeling that way or whatever. So she was like, absolutely, she didn't want me doing anything much. I could do, like, my basic stuff. She was like, but, like, if you asked me to go, like, could you go to a theme park or something like that, the answer would be no. So, and she also, me and my husband would go on, like, a good, like, 20-minute walks, well, 20, 30 minutes, like, every day too, and she was like, no, no more of that or whatever either. So they gave me medication, the progesterone, my best friend, back on progesterone, just the vaginal one. And there's a pill, I can't remember the name of it, but I have to take that, like, just to keep your uterus calm or whatever. So I've been taking that. So now my appointments are kind of like, I feel like I basically have appointments 3 times a week. Kind of, I have at the high risk doctor, I have an appointment every 2 weeks. And then at my regular OB, of course, you see them once a month. So I know next week I see my regular OB. And then the following week, I'll be back at my high risk doctor or whatever. So when I went for my checkup this week, back to my high risk to see how the medication was working, she said that everything was, my cervix was stable. It hadn't changed since the last time. So that's good. So she was like, she's pretty sure I'm going to be on the same regimen as far as saying on my progesterone the whole way through pregnancy or whatever. No intercourse, obviously. So she thinks that that'll just be my protocol from here on out. So that's why. So I was asking her about, the shot that they do, the steroid for the baby, if they, thought the baby would be coming early, do they do that? So she said that is in their protocol or whatever. So if they were to see something where it was like my cervix was shortening quicker or something like that, they would have me coming in every week. But at this point, we're staying at every 2 weeks, so I'm hoping everything stays fine with that. Um, what else can I say? I did ask her about the stitch that they do, but she was like, they don't do that if this is like your first I guess basically first pregnancy, if you never had a preterm labor or whatever, they don't recommend doing a stitch. And I think she said they usually would prefer to do that by somewhere between 18 to 22 weeks, something like that. Anyway, she's like, I'm about to be past that point, so they wouldn't want to go in there messing with something and it causes more harm than good at this point because the medication seems to be working. So that works for me, I guess. So obviously, I feel like I've already said it. I had no doubt in my mind what we were having. Just because I don't know if I told you guys, but I had, first of all, this is, anyways, let me just tell you what we're having. So, I don't even know if y'all saw that, but we are totally having a little cute girl. I'm so excited. I think her dad bought her this outfit while he was overseas when he first found out. Um, how we found out was, or how we had to do it. We were planning a gender reveal like we had told you. Um, my husband might have happened to go overseas during the time frame we were going to find out. I know, so I went along with his little story of, oh, we'll do gender reveal, whatever. But I knew we're like the same, so I knew he wouldn't really be able to wait once he knew I had the results in my hand. So I went to the doctor, had them put it in a little envelope. They did that. I got home, so a few days before, he was like, oh, I just want to know. So I'm like, okay. So we got on Skype or whatever. I didn't look at it, so I didn't know. So we found out at the same time. So I just put the picture, right up to the camera where we both couldn't see it, and then pulled it back, so we could try to read it at the same time. So that's how we found out we were having a sweet little girl. And like I said, I know it may sound weird, but I don't want to say envisioned myself having a boy, but like throughout this whole process, I have always thought girl. I don't know why. From back years ago, I even had on Instagram, this is back like 5 years ago, the picture of what we would name our little girl, whatever, which that did not change. We're still sticking to the same name. So, I don't know. And then once I got pregnant, I would say about like, wow, I feel like maybe it was like 9 weeks. I remember reading something saying like, oh, the first dream you have is usually what your baby will be. And so at that point, I hadn't had a single dream about the baby. And I think maybe like a week later, after reading that, I had a dream we were having a little girl. And before we ever became pregnant, I would have dreams about a baby, but I could like never see like the baby or anything like that. But then when I was pregnant, I saw like the baby clear as day. I knew it was a girl. And so I was like, oh my God, it's going to be a girl. Then fast forward, like I had to dream again or whatever. And then I also had, I think like the third dream, it was a girl, but it was like, looked like it was like around Christmas time or whatever. Now, mind you, we're due January 7th. If they change the date, we'll be due around like December 28th or whatever. Excuse me. So, yeah, I never had a doubt that it was going to be a girl. So it was a girl. I was excited. I think he was like, are they sure? It's a girl or whatever. So when he got back and he was able to go to, because he is always at every single appointment. And this, obviously, he was overseas. This was the first appointment that he missed. So when he got back and went to the appointment, he was like, could you guys make sure, like, I want to know, like, is it really a girl or whatever? And so she was like, oh, there is no doubt in my mind that you were having a little girl. And then she, showed him her little genitalia, whatever. So yeah, definitely a little girl, which I'm so happy about. What else did I want to tell you guys? As far as my symptoms, I have been doing good. I think sorry, some people hate knuckle cracking. And again, this is going to be a long video because I'm trying to catch you up on everything. As far as my symptoms, I would say maybe around, remember I started getting more of the sickness. I feel late. I feel like that went up until I would always get sick at nighttime. It was never like during the day really. It was just at night I would start like vomiting or whatever. I think that went into like about week. I feel like that started around like I told you guys week 10 or something like that. I think it went to like week 18 as far as like constant, like 17, 18. Um, then that died down, and then I started getting like crazy heartburn and acid reflux um at nighttime. And like I would do the whole, make sure like after I eat and stuff I would be, sitting upright for at least 3 to 4 hours or whatever. That did not work. So the only thing that worked for me was taking it was called Tame the Flame. And it's by Healthy Mama. I had got them for free at the Pregnancy Expo, and it was like a pregnancy mom kit or whatever. So it has stuff in there for like pain, constipation, all that stuff. So that did help me as far as taming my flame. So um, other than that, as far as like vomiting and stuff, I've been pretty good. I did vomit. Was it yes? No, Friday. And I feel like that's because I was like, I don't know, you know how when you go out to eat and like if you get there and you're already starving and it's just like you just eat everything. I feel like it was just like I had ate too much, too fast, and so and we were out because I just graduated yes yeah yesterday. So we were celebrating Friday, and the guy had brought out, a free cake, and of course I had to eat it. And it was lemon too, and I feel like I had been craving something tart. So, anyways, we split. It was a big piece of cake. Me and my husband split it, and we get home or not get home. We're on the way driving. I'm like, oh, I feel sick or whatever, and like, we're on the expressway. I'm like, you're gonna have to pull over or whatever. So pulled over. There I was hanging out the side of the car, vomiting. And then as we drive off, my husband's like, you just vomited up that expensive meal, all that expensive food. And I'm like, oh, yeah. He was like, I hope our daughter at least got a taste of it before you just vomited it up. After I did that, I felt completely back to myself fine. Um, so I feel like that's the basis. Next week, not next week, next month, we will have our baby shower. We're going to be traveling for that. Um, so we're going to be traveling to Virginia to have our baby shower with everyone. So I'm really excited about that. I do have a little bit of leftover little baby shower things. I thought they were so cute. So these are our colors. Oh, I don't know if you can see them good in this silly computer, but they're gray, white, and yellow. I don't know why I became obsessed with those colors here lately, but I do like that color. Um, However, I feel like I want her room to be a lilac, gray, and white color. So gonna be doing that. I'm so excited for the baby shower. We put our we have like 3 different registries for Amazon, Target. What's that one? Oh, Babies R Us. So we have put our Amazon one up on Facebook. We got like 2 packages, 3 packages. Anyways, it does not have a name on it, so I don't know who it's from. I don't know if like the person just wanted to remain anonymous. I have no idea. So that sucks. I'm going to try if anybody wants to. Don't feel inclined or entitled or both. One of those to buy anything, but if you want to, sure, it's down there. I'm gonna try to put the links, I think, in the comment section. I'm going to show you my bump. I don't want to go over 20 minutes because you guys are probably asleep right now. And if I look rough, literally, oh my God, I don't get like any sleep anymore. So I feel like when it gets about 3 o'clock, I will probably like start to drift away into sleep because at nighttime, like I just can't get comfortable. I don't know what it is, but I just can't. And this little girl is up at nighttime majority of the time. I'm like, I'm gonna have to switch that because I'm gonna want my sleep when she comes. somebody told me this whole thing you could do where, like, I guess once she gets bigger, and I guess when you walk and it rocks the babies, it makes them sleep throughout the day. So I guess like once she's bigger, I can kind of like try to like not kind of maneuver my stomach to like keep her somewhat awake throughout the day, and then at nighttime, let her be, and hopefully she will be sleeping and kind of get her on a schedule in the womb, because I'm telling you, she's up. Like, I'll feel her maybe in the one time after I eat breakfast, and then probably not much really throughout the day or whatever. But like at nighttime, like when it gets around like in between like 9 and 11 o'clock, she is just like having her own personal party in there. Um, so yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. My brain does not work really anymore. It's really terrible. So I'm going to show you my bump. I did not want to go over 20 minutes. I'm at 20, 30 something, whatever. So, and I feel like this is just going to be my pregnancy shirt because I had this on last time. So there is my bump. I don't feel like it's huge, right? No. I think it's kind of cute. Yep. But there it is. There she is. So I just wanted to update you guys. I'm sorry it took forever. I'm going to try to get better. Things are about to calm down a little bit around here, so I should be able to get on here more often. I won't say every week or 2 weeks. Anyways, I hope everyone is doing great. I saw a few people who are pregnant now that was going through the cycle, so congratulations to you guys. And there's not a day literally that goes by that I don't think about how blessed, and sometimes I can't even like just I can't like I not that I can't believe it, but sometimes I'm just like, and I feel like my husband too, like 'cause sometimes I could walk by him and he's like, ah, babe, you're really pregnant, and I'm like, yeah, because I like even now I feel like I could cry about it, but I refuse. So I'm just so thankful that we're actually able to live in this moment that we prayed so hard for, and times where I felt like there was, just a little bit of like you almost went like, okay, should I be doing something else? Because like, why is this just not working? Anyways, I'm always forever grateful to just my doctors and just the whole IVF ICSI process, and I would go through it a million times to be able to be in this moment right now. So for everybody who is out there, whew, sorry, everyone who's out there struggling, like, please just do not give up and keep pushing through. Like I said, it's just not a day that goes by that I'm not forever grateful. When I feel her moving, I'm just like, that is like my little blessing from heaven that I've only prayed for, and I've like, God sent her at just the perfect time, perfect time. And so anyways, I hate that I'm crying, but you guys understand. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. I will be back on here shortly. Do not give up, guys. Keep pushing. And if you are pregnant right now, I hope the rest of your pregnancy goes by smoothly. You guys have a wonderful rest of the week. Have a good one.